Hi, friends. It's Aubrey from Crybaby Summer Homestead. Summer is over. Oh, well, your summer might not be over, but my summer is over. Back to work this week and next week, and the following week. The students are all back in school too, but teachers start back this week. So I'm going to have a few days here and there where I can get some gardening done before I'm really in the depths of my curriculum. Um, but wow, it just hit me today as I was driving home from work. I was like, no. Oh, the flexibility of being able to do whatever you want whenever you want. It is so nice, right? Now, I do miss being in a classroom with with students because I never get the same students every year, right? Different kids. I'm looking forward to the school year. I always do. I always get that rush of like, I need to go buy school supplies. Where are all the deals going to be? Am I going to be able to get 4 notebooks for $1 this year? I don't think so. I remember when I used to get 10 notebooks for $1, and I would buy enough for any of the kids who didn't have their stuff. So, but with the economy, probably not going to find those deals this year. So, I'm just sad. I don't know what I did with my summer. It's just gone. I did a lot of YouTube videos. That's what I did with my summer. But it just went by so fast. And I didn't have any like big things to say, oh, well, I went on a vacation. No vacation. Didn't really go anywhere. I did a lot of trainings. So I didn't really have a full summer. But it's done for me. We're still going to have hot weather. We'll still have pretty warm weather probably to the end of September. Although every once in a while I get a little feel like maybe there's a little cool chill in the air. Like fall is trying to come over here right now. Oh, I wanted to say that I had that little plant stand, and I haven't talked about that in a while, but it's been actually helping me to get rid of some, not trying to get rid of plants, but free up some space by, I put plants out there. I make it super cheap, like ridiculously cheap. Because I really just really want to, really, 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 I want to encourage my neighborhood, my community to garden. So I put a lot of house plants and plants that go crazy for me, like strawberries and stuff. So I put them out there super cheap, and sometimes I get a couple dollars in the container and plants are gone and stuff. So I'm like, that's pretty encouraging. I'm really happy to see that. But I noticed they don't add up to what I put out there. And I was kind of asking around because I told a couple friends and family, you're welcome to take things for free. But it's still not adding up. So I think quite a few people have taken plants that they didn't put any money in the container for. So that's one thing you have to think about if you do a setup like that, or you have an honesty system. Some people are not going to be honest. They're going to pay $3 for one plant and take 4. But I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I don't really, it kind of like, it just irritates me about the honest, like not being honest, but I really don't care about the money. My purpose of putting them out there was really to encourage the neighborhood to be more self-sufficient. Even if it's just starting with having 1 plant, 2 plants, getting people to have their own little gardens. I really wanted to see more of that in my neighborhood. I walk around and I see there's barely any houses that actually have any kind of garden. So I thought if I put these out here really reasonable, then some people are going to take the chance of growing some lemon balm, some strawberries, maybe a few, oak trees or things like that I have out there. So, if you do it, just remember, be aware that you're not out there monitoring whether or not somebody puts the money into the container. So sometimes people are going to be dishonest and take more. I'm kind of hoping, like, I hope it was friends and family who took some and I just didn't know about it. Um, but I suspect that it wasn't. The people I've seen stopping and looking have been people from the bus stops and stuff around the neighborhood. So I'm like, I'll just consider it charity, like that I was just giving them away. But yeah. So yeah, the other day I went out there and there's like 4 plants gone and there's $3 in the container. I was like, well, 4 times $3 is $12. So I'm not sure if someone took the plants or if somebody took the money out of the container. I don't really care. It's fine. Apparently I do care because I mentioned it. Anyway, yeah, honesty method these days. I'm surprised people aren't just coming into my yard and taking plants, to be honest. One yard, there was a lady who was walking into my yard. Oh, that was crazy. I was going somewhere, my kids in my car, and we're about to drive off, and this lady walks up, and she just walks into my yard and is looking around. And I said, "What are you doing?" I opened my window down, I stopped. I said, "What are you doing, ma'am? Are you looking for something? Can I help you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just looking around." I said, "Well, this is private property. I need you to leave." And she's like, "Oh, no, I'm just looking." And she kept looking. I was like, What are you doing?" She was picking things up and looking at them like she was at a yard sale. I was like, isn't my yard that crazy? And I was like, "No, it's not a yard sale, ma'am. It's not like a store or something. I know it looks like a nursery, but it's not. It's private property. I need you to leave, you know." And then she's like, "Okay." She walks off the property. I start to drive away. I look back and she's walking back onto the property and doing the same thing again. I backed up the car and I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am. I just told you this is my house, my yard. I need you to leave. I'm sorry, but this is my garden." And she was like, "Oh, I'm just looking." And I was like, "We just had this same conversation a minute ago. This is my house. I need you to leave." And this is before I had that stand, so there's no confusion. Like nobody would think this is a private, this is a public place for me to come in and just look around. And I did this repeatedly with her. And then one time she looked like she was leaving. I left. And I was like, "I'm going to loop back around, come back around." She was back in my yard again. And I think she was there to take stuff. So I have so many plants, I probably wouldn't notice if some of them are missing. There'd be a few that I'd be like, "Oh, wait, where did that go?" But I'm sure that, I have hundreds of plants, so I probably wouldn't notice all of them. And I ended up having to call 911 because I was like, I'm not sure how far she's going to go. Is she going to go into my house? Is she going to go into my backyard? And, is she supposed to be out here? Like she was wearing a very matchy top and bottom sweatsuit that looked like maybe she was at some kind of home or something. I was like, I'm not sure if she's safe, if she's schizophrenic, or if something is not quite right. Maybe she has dementia or something. And because I had the conversation and it was literally like she didn't remember 2 minutes later that we had that same conversation. She just kept coming back up and down the same street. She's not a neighbor. I have no idea where she came from. And yeah, so I only saw her that one time, but it was bizarre. So yeah, if you have really valuable plants, you probably don't want them in your front yard in containers that are small enough for them to just walk off with them. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. And yeah, we had some theft. My husband had his like snow tires stolen off the back of his truck, and that was hundreds of dollars worth of you know uh stuff. So that was really sucky. But um yeah, kind of surprised. I'm kind of impressed, honestly, that many plants have been purchased with cash sitting in a bottle that anyone could see, and that more of it wasn't taken, and that more of the plants weren't just taken. I was kind of scared. My husband was even scared. He said, "Don't put the umbrella out there that I got from Costco." He said, "Someone's going to take that." And I zip tied it to the cart, and I was like, if I don't leave that there, all the plants are going to fry up in the sun. So I have to have the shade. So I left it there, and no one's taken the cart. No one's taken the umbrella. There are some missing plants or possibly some missing cash, unless some of the people I mentioned to, who I said, "You're welcome to take some extras. I don't care, just take some plants." But don't think it adds up anyway. It doesn't add up to how many were gone, even if they took a bunch. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna go pot up some more strawberries. My whole back patio has strawberry runners everywhere, so I'm gonna start potting some of those up because I know if I don't get to it soon, my husband's gonna power wash and kill whatever's on the porch. So I'm gonna have to get those potted up. I'm gonna try to put those on the little cart, see if I get any takers on that. And then I just use that money to, like when I go to Craigslist, I bought some, was it Miracle-Gro? I don't usually buy Miracle-Gro, but I have some house plants I need to up pot, and I don't want to have to deal with fruit flies and that kind of stuff. So I just thought, okay, fine. This lady was on Craigslist. She was getting rid of 2 giant bags of Miracle-Gro for $15. And then she also gave me like half a bag of soil for cactus and succulents. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And so I've got a lot of projects to do, and I really don't have the time to do it with summer being done. I don't know. I took things a little easy this summer. I took things a little bit easier than I normally do, even though I was working every day on something. Now summer is over. And I'm going to be busy, busy, busy. I'm still going to try to do like 4 videos. I think 4 videos a week. I probably won't be able to do one every day anymore. So probably 3 or 4 a week is what I'm going to be able to do. And I don't think I'm going to be able to have like a regular schedule. Like I was trying to do Tool Tip Tuesdays. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep up with that every week, but I'll try to do at least one a month where I do a Tool Tip Tuesday. If I can do more, then I will, but if not, just know that I'm just busy. All right, everybody. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video. And this hasn't been very informative, just kind of casual. The end of my summer. All right, bye.